While mixed doubles became an Olympic discipline in 2018, four-person mixed curling has been a part of our sport since the days of corn brooms, itchy plaid pants, and stones with gooseneck handles. It's a format that's been popular for both highly social and highly competitive curling, and sometimes a bit of both. The World Mixed Championship gets underway on October 15th in Aberdeen, Scotland, and the United States will be represented by Rochester-based Team Pulli. In April of 2022, they captured the national championship, and they made history when they did. They are the first team to win the U.S. mixed title with a female skip at the helm. Caitlin Pulli and her teammates Jeff Pulli, Rebecca Andrew, and Jason Scott have their Columbia Team USA gear ready and are looking forward to getting on the ice to compete in this 36-team event. I caught up with Caitlin a few weeks before the team travels to Scotland, and this is our conversation. She played third on the 2011 Women's National Championship team, but in just a couple of weeks, she'll be skipping Team USA at the World Mixed Championships in Aberdeen, Scotland. Caitlin Pulli, welcome to the whole spiel.
Hi, nice to be here.
Glad to have you. Let's go back to last spring. Start with talking about your team's win at the mixed, what we call now the Mixed Fours Nationals, to avoid all confusion. But last spring at your home club in Rochester, I was there for it. You actually had to draw the 8-foot. Your team swept it pillar to post and put it on the pin. So tell me, what was that like? What was the feeling like of winning the event? You've been in it before with this team, and then winning it at your home club.
I can just say it was a dream come true. I mean, I've dreamt of that moment for so many times. I can't even count how many. And to do it at our home club with our family there, our curling friends, it was just surreal. The surreal feeling.
That's true. I mean, you guys had a great week. Then you had a close game in the semifinal. I think the first game was close as well.
Yeah. We got a little lucky in the semifinal. We kind of pulled it out in the end. And but that's curling, and we made it to the finals. That's kind of how it goes sometimes.
Yeah, and then you played Team Brundage in the final, which was, and you were ahead in that game, then had a little bit of struggle down the stretch before that last shot win.
Yeah, that's kind of been our MO a little bit. So it was a little nerve-wracking. We played in the finals in Denver, and we had a lead, and we gave up a big end in the 7th, I believe, and we couldn't come back from that one. So, we really pulled together in the 8th end, and we were able to pull it out. I'll never. When I went down to make that draw, Rebecca said to me, she said, we do this in practice all the time. She's like, you got this. And it was just a surreal moment. I can't say it any better than that.
So run me through your lineup real quickly too, because as a former non-skip, I hate to only mention the skips' names here. So the other players on your team are?
Jason Scott at lead, Rebecca Andrew at second, and Jeff Pulli at third. And I have to say, as everyone says, the first female skip to win national title. So it is also the first male at vice, female at second, and male at lead. I have to say that so my team won't kill me.
Excellent point, actually, and one that most of us don't consider. But yes. Well, talking about that female skip role, I know we were trading emails, and you said you were just on college tours with your daughter. Apart from, Jeff gets to be the first male vice, but what does it mean to you to be the first female skip to represent the USA at World Mixed?
I've been playing against men, boys, juniors my whole career, so it's not that foreign of idea to me, but to be the first to win a national mixed for its title is pretty cool. Like, I'll own that one, but it isn't something that is that I haven't been used to my entire curling career. So it's fun, but it's not as big as I think everyone thinks it is.
Well, one of the real positives, I think, of our sport, and something we talk about a lot at USA Curling, is the gender equity that exists within it. I mean, as you mentioned, most times you will play with both genders on the ice. You do get used to it. That said, you have a record now that no one can take away from you. They can tie, they can be the second, but you'll always be the first. So that is exciting.
Yes, very true.
World Mixed for a second. It's a big event, 36 teams, 9 pools in each team, in 9 teams in each pool. And I'm guessing you haven't faced any of the teams in your group, Group B.
No, they haven't released the names of it. So I don't know who's playing. I just know the countries. So I haven't even seen any familiar names around or so I can't gauge that at all.
And there's certainly, representatives from countries that are just developing curling. I think Kenya's in the World Mixed, and a few other countries that are relatively new to the sport. It's an open event. All are developing countries, but it's an unfamiliar environment for your team and an unfamiliar opponent. So how is your team going about getting ready for that?
Well, I think our biggest challenge is we don't have ice. So, I mean, before nationals, we were on the ice every day together.
Right.
We set a hard practice schedule. So we don't have ice at our home club until the day we leave. So we might get to throw a few there, but we have 2 practice sessions booked in Buffalo has ice the next 2 weekends. So we'll definitely get some ice time in. And, we'll, in the car ride up and back, we'll go through our systems. We'll go through what we think we need to do. Rebecca makes this awesome spreadsheet it details the whole week laid out. Travel time to the club, warm-up time, pregame practice. It's all laid out for the whole week. So we're not talking logistics before we go. So that'll be all set. We're staying Airbnb. We'll have groceries. We'll be cooking at home. So, we'll do the best that we can, and we'll be ready.
Well, on the positive side, I've often thought my best spiel of the year has been the very first one, and it's all downhill from there. So.
That is so funny you say that, because the very first game I play every year, I can't miss a shot.
There you go.
So I don't know if it's you just don't have your mechanics in your head and you're trying to work on things and you just throw. But yeah, hopefully I can take that into the first couple games and see what happens.
Yeah, I always thought my 10-cent had that first spiel. I didn't have any baggage from misses throughout the year. So
yeah.
Do you think there's advantages to having a mixed lineup like yours? Do you think there's there may be some reasons other teams should consider it? I mean, I say that as a guy who, there's plenty of women I should not skip who are better than me and should be skipping if I was playing with them. So I think it's it's interesting, and I think it works for you guys.
It works for us because Rebecca is the perfect second. Like, she can throw the up weight like nobody, and she can throw accurate and hard. So with her at second, she can match any male counterpart.
Right.
And then, Jay's the awesome lead, so he'll match his counterpart. Jeff has a nice finesse, so he can match his counterpart. And then, I can throw occasional upweight shots, not as good as I used to, but I do have it in my bag. And so I can handle hanging with my counterpart. So I'm not sure there's an advantage to one way or the other.
Right.
I think you just have to match your counterparts who you're playing.
Yeah, I think the point is that maybe just more teams should consider it, and
it doesn't have to be a standard male skip lineup.
Exactly.
Kind of thing.
Really, in true mixed rules, you just have to alternate. But it's I think it's probably something more teams should consider. Uniforms. I saw you posted on Facebook your Columbia.
Yes, they are
sponsors.
So cool.
Yeah. So what sort of kit do you have? Actually, you got shirts and jackets.
Yeah, we have obviously 2 different colors because you have to match your rocks. So we have shirts and jackets and a winter hat because we're going to Scotland. And we did get outer winter coats too. So are all set to rep USA stuff.
Well, I know you played at a world championship in 2011. I played in one in 2012. And I'm not going to cast aspersions on what happened then, but I am going to say from what I've seen, the Columbia gear is a lot better than what I had in 2012. So,
yeah, it's nice gear. The heat shield inside definitely going to keep you warm. I did get some intel from Hunter, who went the last time it was held in Aberdeen. He said it's the coldest curling club he's ever played in.
Really?
So, yes.
Well, that is...
So I'm hoping the Colombian gear is going to keep me nice and toasty.
So you may need that off-ice jacket and the hat and the winter hat on the ice. If we see
that's why we did request the hats, because I did have that little bit of information.
I think I've seen Jeff play a fair amount in a hat on the ice.
He's always playing in a hat.
Yeah, he's a hat guy, so he's going to have a Columbia hat on as well. I like it.
Yep.
So, well, they're a terrific sponsor of ours. We're happy to have them. So any other thoughts as you get ready? You got your family probably helping you out with the home front, et cetera. I know that keeps you busy and everything coming together for you.
Yeah, it is. Trying to catch up, get everything settled at work, and that'll be all set to go. We have 2 girls at home, and unfortunately they can't come because of school. It's just too crazy.
Right.
But they'll be all set to go at home. And then my parents are coming, my brothers are coming, Jason has friends coming, Rebecca's whole family's coming, Jeff's family's coming. So it's going to be a big festival over there.
And how are you getting there? Where are you flying from to? How are you getting there?
It's a 3-leg trip wherever you look at. So we're going to drive to Toronto, fly through London, right directly to Aberdeen.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you've talked to Hunter, who's been at the World Mix before. Did he give you any other insight on what the event is like or what to expect?
He said it's cold. And
apart from the temperature.
Yeah. He said he said a glorified world tournament. So it's a little less stressful than a Worlds, obviously, because there's no Olympic points available. So it's a little more relaxed atmosphere, which I think is going to be great. He said, get ready for downtime because you probably have 1 game a day with so many teams being there. And I think we have a few 1-game days, so we'll plan some excursions and all that kind of thing. But other than that, that's kind of the tips he said.
Great. Are you guys going to try to defend your title this year? My last question, perhaps.
I don't know. No.
You're not. You're not going. You're not. You're in.
I am non-committal on that. That is, I didn't want to play last year, and then the stupid. I was watching the Canadian Olympic trials were in November. And it just gets your competitive juices just going. I'm like, all right, let's do this. We got to do something. Yeah. So of course, those guys said yes. I was hoping they'd say no, but they all said yes.
Right.
And then we signed up for playdowns and
how many teams were in your
happened.
How many teams were in your playdown last year? Just
normally in a normal playdown, we had 8 to 10 teams, but this year, there was only 3 teams that played.
Well, playdown numbers were down everywhere last year, right?
Yeah.
So we're hoping they were down.
We had 3 New York teams went down to Chesapeake to play.
That may not have been the best use, the most efficient use of transportation dollars, but whatever. So good for the Chesapeake, Maryland economy.
Yes.
Well, actually, we're very close to announcing our site for this year's nationals, and it's going to be.
Where is it?
I don't know if I can tell you on this podcast yet. I don't think I can. I think we're very close. I thought we're just down to signing the contract, but it will. You know what? I'll put a little preamble, hopefully, in front of this podcast that tells people where it is.
Nice.
Well, listen, Caitlin, it's great to see you. Great to have you on here. Best of luck to you and the rest of your team. We'll be watching. We're excited to support you guys and have a great time and get some wins. Yeah, we're going to get some wins and we'll have some fun. And thanks, Dean, for helping us get the Nationals come to Rochester. I should add, thank you and the Rochester Curling Club last season for stepping up and hosting. We had it was really your team reached out to me and worked your magic at the club end. So it was appreciated by me, and I was glad to have a chance to be up there. So
yeah, for sure.
Thank you. All right.
No,
Take care,
see you on the
Caitlin.
ice this year. Yep.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. That was Caitlin Pulli on the whole spiel. You can follow Caitlin and her team while they compete in Aberdeen at worldcurling.org, and we'll have information at usacurling.org and on our social media channels. Our American team is in Group B at this championship, a pool that includes Germany, Italy, and the Netherlands. I'm Dean Gemmel, Director of Curling Development at USA Curling, and I hope you'll reach out to me with suggestions for future episodes or to share ideas that can help grow our game. Email me at dean.gemmel@usacurling.org. And remember to visit the USA Curling website to find news, get results, watch web streams, or check out some of the latest USA Curling merchandise and apparel. Be a member, be a supporter, be a fan, but stay involved in the sport you love.